You're now watching The Hot Seat, powered by XS Energy Drink. When you're drinking XS, you're drinking the best. Live from the CSL studio, your host, Nesta Can.
All right, so first of all, Super Bowl. What are your thoughts on the Super Bowl?
Better team won.
You think so?
Yeah. Brady controlled the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And Kansas City had two missing tackles.
Yeah.
And they couldn't control it. They couldn't pass the ball.
Yeah.
They gave up on the running game.
Yeah.
And so the better team won.
I was surprised. I'm thinking at some point. First, I thought it was gonna be probably a blowout.
Nah.
Or KC was gonna be able to pass the ball and all over the Bucs defense, and the Bucs won't have a answer to Mahomes.
This is the second time they played each other within 6 weeks.
Right.
They got a feel from the first game. It went down to the wire. Kansas City won.
Yeah.
Brady wasn't going to have it.
Yeah.
So the defense did this scheme. They
Yeah.
only rushed 4.
Yeah.
They sent everybody back. They double-teamed Hill. Kelsey and everybody else was on single coverage.
Yeah.
And he was going for Hill all the time.
And I was looking at for some point with the KC to come back. I said they'll come back. Come back. And every time I was at work, by the way.
Yeah.
I kept peeking at the screen as I'm going through the terminal. I'm like, they're still at 9 points? What's going on here?
They didn't. Holmes didn't really do anything. He was trying to throw the ball deep. He ran for 456 yards, I think, just from the line of scrimmage.
Mm-hmm.
And he wasn't really doing anything until the end when Kelsey started showing up.
Yeah.
It was too late. Brady controlled the clock in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
They killed 6 minutes just by running the ball. And the penalties killed Kansas City.
Do you think they said the refs were cheating for the Bucs? What do you think about that? Brady paid off the refs. You know you're gonna hear about all these things.
That's always coming up. It's Brady, so you know it's going to come up. But you know what? Some of the calls were right. Others was wrong.
Yeah.
And if you're going to go for a pass interference, don't fall on the guy because you're going to get called for a pass interference. And you tripped, you fall on pass interference.
Yeah.
You try to hold Gronk in the end zone, you're too big. You're too small to hold him.
Yeah.
So some of the calls were made right and other calls were made wrong.
Yeah.
So you got to take it as it is. But if you're supposed to be the up-and-coming superstar, yeah, I understand you have turf toe and everything, but you still got to show up.
Does it solidify Brady as a GOAT? I mean, he was a GOAT before.
He has 7 Super Bowl rings.
Forget about quarterback. And I don't think is there another football player that has 7 Super Bowl rings?
He's the only one. He's the only one. Only ones after him is Bradshaw and Montana with 5.
Yeah, that's Does this bury the Belichick Brady thing? Who needs who more? What do you think about that? People, that's a controversy. I always used to say they both need each other, you know, because
in the beginning,
Belichick his scheme and you know.
In the beginning, yes, but as Brady got older and knew his schemes,
yeah,
he took over the role.
Mm.
I think Belichick is a great coach. Got nothing against him.
Mm-hmm.
But there was animosity against him towards the end.
Right.
And it was time to rebuild. And Brady did the right thing. He left.
Yeah.
He signed with Tampa Bay for $50 million.
Yeah.
A lot of it was up front.
Mm.
And he has 1 more year left.
Yeah, he says he's coming back.
Oh, yeah, he's coming back. Because Tampa Bay only has about $17 million left before the cap hits.
Yeah.
So, you know, in a couple of weeks, Brady's going to be sitting down with their GM to extend that contract for another 2 years.
He'll keep playing as long as he can.
They extended 2 years because they got Shaq Barrett's a free agent.
Yeah.
You got Fournette, free agent. Gronk's a free agent. Dominic Sousa, a free agent. Godwin needs an extension.
Yeah.
So they got a lot of people that they have to re-sign.
Yeah, and a lot of guys wouldn't have had a ring like Fournette and Antonio Brown and those guys without being with Brady.
They signed Brady for 2 years, and they told him, what do you need to get it? He got Gronk, Fournette, Antonio Brown,
Mm-hmm.
And
that's what that was. They said that was the reason why he also left too, because the Patriots weren't giving him any help.
No,
Yeah,
the Patriots
because they cap strong.
They captured him because no one was extending the contract anymore. So only one that extended the contract for 20 years up in New England was Brady.
Yeah, it's been a while since he had a good wide receiver since Randy Moss. Over there, he had no name guys, but they said it worked because Belichick's system, next man up kind of thing. Let's talk about Patrick Mahomes. What do you think the future is for him? People say he needed to win this one to get two.
No, he didn't need to.
You think he'll, how does his future look to you? Still Hall of Fame caliber?
He'll be Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
But this year he had to go up against the greatest one.
Yeah.
Last year they played the Rams.
Yeah.
That Rams, New England, Brady, two different things. Brady walks in the door, plays for the Rams win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Brady walked into Tampa Bay. They got the scheme together. Yeah, they started off slowly, but you know what? They put it all together. He beat 3 MVPs, and that's it.
Yeah.
To the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So, you're a Giants fan, right?
Yes.
Why not the Jets? Nah.
Nah.
Your thoughts on the Giants past season? What's
Giants need a lot of weapons.
And do you believe in Daniel Jones?
No.
You don't believe in him?
No.
They say this is the season for him right now. This season coming up is a season where you decide where you have to keep him long term or let him go.
Well, last season was the one.
You think so? Last season
was the one to defy him and everything like that. He needs weapons.
Yeah.
Golden Tate. He's old. You gotta get rid of him.
Yeah.
He needs another router. He needs someone to go across the middle.
Yeah.
Barkley, you gotta keep him for another year or two.
Yeah.
As long as he's healthy, you're fine. But he also needs an offensive line.
Yeah.
They're not giving him time.
Yeah.
Giants need a defense. Everybody's saying, "Oh, the Giants' defense is good." No, the Giants' defense has holes in it. If they can't hold a lead, you got holes in the system. And the Giants got to score more than 14 points.
Yeah.
You score only 14 points, you're going to lose the game.
What do you think about Joe Judge? He has the guy's playing pretty well. Like
he does. He has
with no talent there. They believe in his system.
There's talent there, but they need leadership on the field.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah. Someone has to step up and say, "Yo, listen.
Right.
We got to make a run." You don't have to go to the last game waiting for a Sunday night game with Washington and Philly to see if you're going to go into the playoffs or not.
Yeah.
If you would have won 2 games that were close, you were in the playoffs. If you didn't give up the lead against Washington, you were in the playoffs. If you didn't split against them, you're in the playoffs. If you didn't split against lose 2 games against Philly, you're in the playoffs. You lost 2 games to Dallas on last-minute plays, you're in the playoffs.
If you're the Giants GM now, what are you doing this season? Quarterback?
No.
What are you doing?
I'm going after defensive line, secondary, offensive line. You got to beef them up.
So first, you beefing up the defense.
You're beefing up the defense
and offensive line,
so they can hold the lead, and the offensive line to give Jones more time.
And what are you doing with the wide receivers?
You got to get a wide receiver.
So you guys have Tate over there. What do you think about Ingram, the tight end?
Ingram's good. He's a good tight end, but here's the Fumbluski season sometimes. So you got to watch out with that. And they got to catch the ball. If they don't catch the ball, they only have one guy that only goes up and north and south. You need someone to go east and west, across the middle, post routes, flag routes, all that stuff, easy stuff, ins, outs, and all that stuff, and you're good. If you're going to keep going back and forth, up and down, you're not going to do nothing.
Did you like Odell Beckham?
Until he started being stupid.
Yeah, you liked his talent, but he started,
He was a head case. He was a straight-up head case once he started acting stupid and all that stuff. If he had leadership there,
yeah,
and once he started acting stupid, let's put it this way, if he was playing with LT and all those guys, LT would have told him, "Yo, shut up."
Yeah, they want to play that.
They don't want to play that. Michael Strahan doesn't play that stuff. They do not play that game.
Yeah.
You're going to run your mouth, you're going to deserve what you got. Yeah, guess what? You got traded to Cleveland.
Yeah.
All right, so you made it to the playoffs, but guess what? You didn't really do anything.
He didn't do anything. Yeah, he's hurt. What do you think about Saquon? You mentioned him earlier. You keeping Saquon? A lot of Giants fans don't like him. They say he just he's not the guy that could like carry the ball and just ground and pound. He has to get. He just goes straight up. He just one directional kind of guy.
I would keep him.
Yeah.
Give him an extension, but I would keep him. But you also got to watch out for the running backs in the draft. Saquon Barkley is the first and second down runner. You're going to need a backup for him that can pound the ball, get the first down, the workhorse.
Did you want a running back that draft, or did you want one of the quarterbacks?
I wanted one of the quarterbacks.
You wanted one of the, and which one did you want?
The one from Iowa State. He went to San Francisco. He's in the bench and all that stuff. But
Yeah.
I would have took him.
And then you also wanted Haskins.
Hell no. Hell
You were right about that one last time we were in the show.
Haskins was a head case in Ohio State, and when he got to Washington, he kept his mouth shut for one season,
Right.
and he started doing stupid stuff.
Yeah.
Your head coach is going in through cancer treatment and everything, and you're gonna start acting stupid? No. Washington did the right thing. As soon as he got out of the hospital, you're done.
Yeah. Oh, push it a little more to you. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. So all right. So you're giving Saquon an extension. A lot of Giants fans don't. It might help the Giants a little bit because he's due to he's gonna be a free agent soon.
2 more years.
2 more years.
He has that 5-year deal with as a rookie.
Okay. Yeah. I thought it was probably expiring soon, but
No, 2 more years.
he can't ask for a lot because now he's injured a lot. So
If he stays healthy,
if he stays healthy, he's a
a
good.
beast.
He's a beast. Yeah.
he's a beast if he's healthy. If he keeps getting stepped on the foot, you're not doing no good to me.
Yeah.
That's why he's only a 1 and down back. That's it. 1 and 2. Then you get to put the workhorse in.
Yeah. All right. Since we're talking about Brady being the GOAT, give me your 5 quarterbacks of all time. Top 5 quarterbacks of
That
all
I've
time.
seen played or
That you've seen play.
Brady,
Mm-hmm.
Elway, Marino, Montana. And I hate to say this, Troy Aikman.
Troy Aikman?
Yeah.
What are those Packer guys? No Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers?
I like Brett Favre, but the problem with Brett Favre is if he was, I'll put him up there also as one of my top 5s. But Brett Favre to me was the gunslinger.
Yeah.
He was a natural gunslinger. He got the ball, he threw it. He knew how to work the clock and everything like that.
Yeah.
But Favre, if he was losing, he was a nasty bastard. If he was winning, he was great and everything that. So you got to put him, he's up there, but his attitude when he started losing, you saw it take it out on him. Especially in the Super Bowl when he was playing Denver.
Mm-hmm.
And Denver shut him down.
How about Aaron Rodgers? Stephen A. say he's a bad man. Not a big fan?
Aaron Rodgers, he's on and off.
Okay.
This year he's MVP. He won MVP 2 more times. He won a Super Bowl ring. But he can't close the deal.
Yeah.
He can't close the deal.
And we're missing one more guy.
Who?
Peyton Manning. What do you think about Peyton Manning?
Peyton Manning, Roethlisberger, all those guys, when they were in the playoffs, they were eliminated real quick because they took too many hits to the jaw. They would knock them down.
Basically, they put up good stats during the season, but when it came time to win the big games, they
got hit in that. They got jaw busted.
Yeah.
Then they got knocked out of games. The years that Peyton Manning won the Super Bowl was the first year with Indianapolis, where their defense was solid and the offensive line was solid, and he had weapons. When he went to Denver and won the Super Bowl, that defense carried that whole team.
Mm-hmm.
He had the neck surgery, shoulder surgery. That defense carried that team to the Super Bowl.
Mm. Yeah. All right. So you can't go wrong there with your top 5. Switching over to baseball.
Okay.
You're
Yankee
fan. Don't get me stick with these Mets.
Yankees fan.
Well, you could jump on the Mets bandwagon now. They got new owners and new stuff going on.
Yeah, they got new stuff. Their management team's getting caught sending dick pictures out.
Yeah.
All right.
That's crazy. And they just got hired, right?
And they just got hired, and the ex-manager just got fired, and he's in Chicago or whatever. Got caught sending dick pictures out. And Major League Baseball this afternoon announced that they have like conferences and all that stuff. If people feel inadequate to work and everything around the players and stuff like that.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on the Mets and Yankees, both teams?
The Mets need right outfielders.
Mm-hmm.
They're putting the wrong players in the wrong position. They got to get rid of Cano. Get rid of that money.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about it. He's still on the team.
You got to get rid of him. You got to get players. You got a decent pitching staff, but you got no outfielders. You got your third baseman playing right because he can't throw. And you got your utility player playing all the other positions.
Hmm.
And your first baseman, they already know how to pitch him.
Yeah.
So that year that he had that rookie season, guess what? They already know how to pitch you.
Mm-hmm.
You're not getting your arms extended.
Right.
They're going to pitch you low, down, and away, and so you don't get your arms extended high. And that's it. They just missing certain. They got to go get players that play right field, left field, and center.
Right.
Because they need the arms. They got a third baseman that's playing right who can't throw to second, or he's playing center, he still can't throw to second. And your left fielder, he's all over the place. One day he's playing right, one day he's playing center, one day he's all over the place.
Yeah.
So the Mets need a lot of work to do, but their owner's willing to spend money, but no one's going to come to the Mets.
Mm. You like their pitching, though, right?
They have a solid pitching staff.
Yeah.
They do have a solid, but you have a solid pitching staff. Who's going to hit the ball?
Hit the ball. So they're the opposite of what the Yankees are.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Yankees got the hitting, and the Mets got the pitching. Yeah.
The Yankees do have pitching staff, but they also have the hitting staff.
Yeah.
So if you want to go through a lineup 1 through 9, you're going to lose against the Yankees because you know what? Yankees don't play around.
Yeah.
Because if you throw fastball to the Yankees, they're going to tee off on you. They're going to hit the base hit, the double, the home run. And if Stan and Judge learn how to control their swing...
I was going to say, what do you think about Stan?
If Stan and Judge can control their swing and stop swinging at the high stuff and go what they can hit,
yeah,
they got MVPs.
Yeah.
They got LeMahieu. He's an MVP.
Oh, yeah. Did the Yankees sign him yet?
Yeah, they signed him.
What was the deal on that one?
Like 3 or 4 years, 200.
Because they were trying to decide how many years to go with.
They got I think they got him for 4 or 5 years, something like that. 2 to 5 years, a lot of money.
Yeah, he's solid though. Yeah.
He's a solid second baseman.
Yeah.
You got Gino Urshela as a third baseman. The shortstop is decent. First baseman's good, Luke Voigt. You got a solid outfielder.
Gleyber Torres is what, second base, shortstop?
He's both.
Yeah, Gleyber Torres.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about Sanchez? What's going on with him? He started off, when he came in, he started off hot, and now he's like regressing year after year.
Sanchez is a typical catcher. He's an average catcher, but if you put him in the
Posada?
No. He's an average catcher.
Yeah.
He's getting up there. He can't do what he had his one great year because no one knew about him.
Yeah.
But once you come to your second year, they know you. They know where they're going to pitch in, everything like that. And this guy reports out. He can't throw runners out.
Yeah.
He has no arm. So he's an average catcher.
How about, do you think Cole was worth that money? That's a lot of money they gave Cole.
Yankees have a lot of money. Yeah, he's worth the money.
He's worth the money?
He's worth the money.
Yeah. Okay.
He's worth the money, but the thing the Yankees have to do, and they got to get it done fast, is sign Gardner so they can have leadership on the field or on the bench.
Yeah.
If he's on the field, you know he has leadership. He's a DH. He still has his speed. He can still run fly balls down and everything like that, but he's leadership. You need a leadership player on the team.
Mm-hmm. You
have leadership all over the team, but he's the journeyman. 20 years as a Yankee also.
Oh, wow. It's crazy, yeah. You think the ballot's coming out, you think A-Rod is a Hall of Famer?
If he didn't use the junk, yeah. Simple as that.
He said he didn't use it. No, I know he used it.
If he didn't use the junk, yeah, he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
He's a Hall of Famer. Barry Bonds was an average baseball player, but he had skills and everything like that, but he used the junk.
Hall of Famer. McGuire, Sammy Sosa.
McGuire was a great baseball player. He used steroids and all that because he was getting hurt too much in the shoulders and everything like that.
Yeah.
Sammy Sosa, he only had one good year.
Do you think you let these guys in? Because they say a lot of guys that are most likely that are in the Hall of Fame used it. So, hey, you might as well just... just go up to their stats and stuff, even though they've been using the juice. Just let them in. But then if you do that, then everyone,
If they're going to let them in, Pete Rose has to be in.
Yeah, I was going to say that, yeah.
Pete Rose has to be in. Tim Raines with the cocaine scandal, he has to be in. Shoeless Joe Jackson, he never threw the game. He has a 300-something lifetime average. In the World Series, he had 300-something home runs, triples, everything like that. He has to be in.
You open up a can of worms for other guy. What was this thing recently? Someone said he didn't want to be in or whatever. Was it Clemens or Schilling or whatever? Schilling.
He has a bad rep because he went and he said stuff that he shouldn't have said.
You think he's Hall of Famer? Schilling?
Yes.
Kirk Schilling?
Yeah, he's a great pitcher.
Yeah.
He's a great pitcher. He beat the Yankees on a broken ankle.
Yeah, with the red sock, the bloody sock.
With the bloody sock with the Red Sox. He's a great pitcher, but he opened his mouth and said stuff that he shouldn't have said.
Yeah.
And it went national TV, and you're blacklisted now.
Let's move on to the Nets and the Knicks. Knicks fan, right?
Neither.
Really?
Neither.
You got to support one of the New York teams.
Not in basketball.
Not in basketball. So you don't have a team in basketball, you just watch?
I was a diehard Knicks fan until Isaiah Thomas got involved.
Oh, Isaiah messed up everything?
Yeah. He messed up everything. He gave away contracts to players that should never have had those contracts.
Yeah. Because he did a great job in Toronto. They figured he could switch it up in New York. But
No. Toronto and New York's two different things. Isaiah Thomas ruined the Knicks.
I forgot Isaiah was over there. He was a GM and the coach at one point too,
He
right?
was a GM and president of basketball operations.
Yeah.
He ruined the Knicks. They had Larry Brown, one of the greatest coaches in the NBA. Mashburn and all the team chased him out.
Yeah.
Then they had Cheney. Chased him out.
Yeah.
Because they didn't like discipline. So for those so many years, I gave up on the Knicks.
Yeah.
And right now, you got Thibodeau as the head coach. He's very disciplined and everything. That coming from Chicago.
They seem like they're doing okay over there so far. They're playing pretty hard.
4 games under 500, but they have no discipline. They don't have the player that's going to be enforcing the law and everything like that. It's a young team.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have the discipline. They're like, yo, this is what we got to do. We got to take care of business.
Okay.
They lost the game last night against Miami by 4. A lot of bad calls. But you know what? You should have had the discipline to get those 4 points back so you can tie it up. At least get a game closer to 500.
Yeah.
But the Knicks still have to do what they have to do. They have to get a disciplinary in there, which they do as a head coach, but they also need a disciplinary / captain on the court.
On the floor. Yeah, they got a lot of young guys. Yeah. You need one of those old veterans. Who in the NBA right now that you can think of that you see as that guy being on the floor, being a disciplinary guy that you like? That you be like, yeah, he's my type of guy. I know it's hard to think about now. Cause back then we had a lot of them.
Yeah. Well, you got.
That's why Knicks were good back then. You couldn't have come down the lane.
You went down
Oakley, Mason.
You went down the lane on the Knicks in the '90s and the '80s. You had Mason, Oakley, and everybody else. They were going to throw you an elbow.
Yeah.
Now they're just doing 3-pointers. No one cares about the lane.
Yep.
You got to go crash those boards. Basketball, East Coast basketball is crashing the boards. West Coast is doing the 3-pointer shit, trying to be fancy and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's why in the East you only have a handful of teams that are always dominant. The other teams are just skating by.
Yeah.
But the player I see out there that can do good if the Knicks ever get a chance to get him, but they're not going to let him go, is the one from Dallas, Dvokovic.
Oh, Doncic?
Whatever.
Yeah, the guard. Yeah. You like him?
I like him.
Yeah.
And they also got one in Portland that's good.
Damian Lillard?
Lillard's good.
Yeah.
But you know what? They're not going to let him go because they got to play in the West Coast.
Yeah.
They come to the East Coast, they'd be dangerous because they'll carry the team right into the playoffs. You go on the West Coast, they got the hardest thing. They got to stop LeBron.
LeBron, yeah.
To me, LeBron is a great player. Don't get me wrong. He's great if he keeps his mouth shut. He lost the MVP last year because of running his mouth. And he already lost the MVP for this year to the same guy, the one in Milwaukee, Giannis. Because he run his mouth against saying, no, I'm not going to play in All-Star games.
Yeah.
If they have an All-Star game, I'll go play and all that stuff. No, you don't do that.
Yeah.
Yes, there's no fans in the stadium and all that stuff, but guess what?
Yeah, you saw when LeBron was going at it with the fan last week or something like that, the young lady.
Yeah, that's wrong. You don't do that stuff.
Yeah.
That's why Westbrook, you don't hear from him anymore. Because when he argued with the fans, NBA came down on him.
Yeah.
They fined him, suspended him, and everything. But you know what? It is what it is. You go after the fans and all that stuff, you got to get used to it. You're in the league for so many years. If you're not used to it now,
the fans hecklers and stuff. Well, how about across the baby team from New York, the Nets? They got the bill like the big three. They got the big three over there.
Yeah,
and Harden and Durant and Irvin.
Yeah, they got the big three, but you know what?
The big two with the crybaby.
Yeah. But they also got a head coach that's very disciplined, Steve Nash.
Steve Nash. Do you think that was a good hire, hiring Steve Nash? What'd you think about that?
Steve Nash, yeah, for the Nets with those three, yeah, because they're all ball passes, and they don't care about who's getting the most points and all that stuff. They're going to pass the ball around. The kids are going to get involved. The big three are going to get involved. But the big three has a test coming up. They're going on to the West Coast. They got to play the Lakers. They got to play the Clippers. They got to play everybody over there.
They didn't have a good game last night. The Pistons beat them. Because
they lost 3 in a row. And Durant's in and out of COVID testing.
Yeah.
You tested him, he shows negative. You test it, then he goes into the game. Then you pull him out of the game. He tested negative the day of the game and the day after the game. Yeah, I understand the protocols and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But if you're going to take him out of the game, he's not starting. Come on, let's get real. If you test negative for 3, 4, 5 days, you're not playing. You're sitting at home.
Yeah.
Because me and you know about that testing shit at work. If we get tested, we show up negative, yeah, that's great. But if we show up positive outside of work, you're staying at home.
Staying at home.
So that's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
And right now, all the sports are hurting right now because of the protocols. Games are getting suspended, pushed back, everything like that. And by playoff time, they're going to go back into the bubble.
Oh, back into the bubble?
They're going to have to go back into the bubble.
Yeah. The owners don't want to lose any money.
They don't want to lose any money.
They don't want to lose any money.
They're only playing 72 games this year. Last year, they had to go into the bubble. They had to play the games in so the TV rights and the league can get the money. This year, playing 72. After come playoff time, they're going into the bubble. The same thing with the NHL.
Oh, I think so. NHL as well?
NHL will be in the bubble too because there's 5 games already pushed back until the end of the year.
How about baseball? I think baseball will go back to doing what they did last season too.
Yeah, they'll be in a bubble also. It'll be the top 6 teams. You're going in the bubble.
So, what do you think is going to stop the bubble till probably next year, the season after, like 2022 maybe?
It's hard to say.
It's hard to say because we don't know what's going on with this year.
It's hard to say.
Yeah.
With the virus out and all this stuff. Yeah, they're coming out with the shots, the vaccines and everything, but every state's running out of the shots. And they say it's the government, it's this, and this. I said, no. I'm like, no, it's not the government. Thing is, you're getting everybody and their mother coming. If they can't get a shot in New York, they're going to Connecticut and New Jersey.
Someone just sent me something about something about almost 10% of fans. I didn't get I just glanced at it real quick. I didn't really read it.
Como this afternoon said if there's a stadium that holds 10 to 20,000, you allow 10% of the fans to come in. Yankee Stadium holds about 30,000. So you're going to get about 2,000 and 3,000 in a game. Madison Square Garden only holds 18,000. You only going to get a couple of thousand or so fans in the game. It's good, yeah, but the fans that are going to be going to the game are going to be sitting up top. So if you have floor seats, you're going up top.
Wow.
Because they're going to have to keep the perimeter of the court free. And all those banners with Verizon and all this are still going to be there, but you won't see the fans. The fans will be up top or in the back.
So there's no really home court advantage or anything like that?
There's no home court advantage. Home court advantage is thrown out.
It's thrown out. Getting back to the Nets real quick, you think that Steve Nash hire, you said it was good.
Yeah.
People were looking for names like Mark Jackson to be hired or some other fancier names. People didn't want Nash because they said it was like this. He doesn't have any experience. But any coach, the coaches that we have now, at some point didn't have any experience.
Well, they want Mark. Everybody said, "Oh, Mark Jackson deserves a shot. Mark Jackson deserves a shot."
Yeah, they said he's been blacklisted. They said
he's been blacklisted because of his mouth. When he was with the Knicks, Pacers, he was always in trouble. Teams don't want that. Steve Nash is the golden child.
Yeah.
You never heard from him during the regular season. If he sucked up and you took a loss, he took the loss.
Two-time MVP too.
Two-time MVP.
Shaq said he got robbed one time.
Shaq got robbed a lot of times, but that's something else. But Steve Nash is a good head coach.
Yeah.
He knows the game. He knows how to play the game. Now he's proven it. Oh, this is how you got to play this game.
Yeah.
If you don't like the way I play the game, guess what? I could trade you.
Yeah. Do you think Brooklyn goes to the finals this year and win it?
No.